Lamar's in the house. He's going to be hosting the day, okay? And I figured the way Cam dresses, I mean, damn, I ain't going to say it's Halloween because the brother looking sharp. You know, special circumstances that happen. I mean, do you see him? Do you see RC? Do you see? Talk about making a pivot for Halloween. Lord have mercy. What is this, man?
Willie Walker's in the house, man. They said it's the only chocolate factory we can recognize.
He can say that, especially today. I don't know if we going to take this brother seriously with this hat on, but that shows his brilliance. Even with this damn hat on, he can drop science on the sport of football. First takes in the house. Lord have mercy.
All right, now we'll see Lamar Jackson.
If he comes out here and plays the way Lamar Jackson can play, that's going to bring that excitement back.
Lamar throws quickly, touchdown! And the rust is gone for Lamar Jackson.
When you think of Lamar Jackson, normally you're thinking of a scrambling quarterback, but he can throw the football.
This Ravens offense has something going on tonight in Miami.
Welcome to First Take and happy Halloween. Stephen A. Smith, Willy Wonka, Cameron Newton. My name is Joe Football. It is great to have you with us today on a Monster Friday. We are going to begin in the NFL with Thursday Night Football, where our boy Lamar Jackson was back in action for the Ravens, showing no signs of rust on Thursday Night Football. Completed nearly 80% of his passes, threw for 4 scores in Baltimore's rout of the Dolphins, 28-6. After the game, Lamar joined SVP to give his thoughts on the win. Take a listen.
We feel good. You know, like you said, we got everybody coming back healthy. We just got to stay dialed down. You know, I know what's ahead of us. Knowing it's do or die right now. Starting the season off extremely slow. We've never been in this situation, not since I've been here. But, you know, we just got to lock in and keep doing what we're doing.
That's a 2-time MVP for a reason. And, he looked incredible tonight. I know that we're just going to continue to get better and better and better. And, 8 leading the charge, we're a dangerous team.
Cam Newton, we begin with you. Are the Ravens legit Super Bowl threats now that Lamar's back on the field?
Man, we've always said it. We know exactly who Lamar Jackson is. Mm-hmm. He is the most dominant force in football with his ability to take control of the game, his ability to attack defenses in many different ways. And that's what we needed to see. 80% percentage, very efficient offensively. But this is the thing that we also have to understand and acknowledge. We cannot jump to the understanding of, hey, they're back, when we have to also give this understanding and revelation that it was the Miami Dolphins, respectfully. And the thing that you can say is like, okay, you've seen signs. Hey, Lamar ain't, looking rusty. But then you start to see the defense is giving up a lot of yards still. But the thing that you can hang your hat on, no pun intended, Willy Wonka, is their ability to play opportunistic. Getting after the football, the most important thing in football is the football. And when you have a team that can get interceptions, create turnovers, fumbling, and things like that, that's what you would like to see from the Baltimore Ravens.
Absolutely not. This is not a team that's in contention to win a Super Bowl just because Lamar Jackson is back. We just had a conversation about the Bills yesterday, who are playing better football than the Ravens have this season. Before Lamar Jackson went out, this was a 1-win team, and he was playing at an MVP level. Yes, last night Lamar was Lamar. We've seen that year in and year out, but we've also seen this team be consistently good entering the playoffs. How many years have we stood up here and said, okay, this is Lamar's year, this is the Ravens' year, when they had #1 defenses, when Lamar Jackson was carrying the MVP. And so now all of a sudden, because they get some people back healthy, because you beat the Bears with Caleb Williams and you beat the Miami Dolphins, who are a team in turmoil, we're going to say that now you are a Super Bowl contender? Absolutely not. We need to see this team play well week in and week out. And then we look at last night. There's a Alohi Gilman strip right? There's a Malachi Starks interception. This was a team that was getting the football moved on them, and then they came up with ways to either force field goals or create turnovers. What happens when that's the Kansas City Chiefs? What happens when that's the Denver Broncos? What happens when that's the Indianapolis Colts running the football? So, no, I absolutely do not believe that just from what we've seen in the last 2 weeks and Lamar returning, that this is a Super Bowl contender.
Well, listen, I'm just saying, Ryan, you might be right. I'm saying it can't definitively be rolled out because of what y'all told me. Didn't y'all tell me the Steelers are suspect?
Yep.
Yes, we did. Didn't we say that we don't know whether Indianapolis are those dudes? They're 7-1.
I didn't say that.
No,
Don't put that in my
no,
mouth.
I'm talking about looking at the completion of the team. They're very impressive, but we still want to see, because if we had to bet our money between him and Daniel Jones and Patrick Mahomes, or Daniel Jones and Josh Allen or somebody, where we going to go? So we're looking at it from that perspective. We've already conceded that the Buffalo Bills have their issues, okay? Keon Coleman's got to play a little bit better. Somebody's got to step up and be an additional weapon for Josh Allen. We're looking at the AFC, and almost by default, that kept the Baltimore Ravens relevant. Now I'm looking at it, week 1 through 5, allowing 35.4 points per game, 408.8 yards per game, with a total of two takeaways. They were absolutely awful. Over the last 3 weeks, allowing only 13 points, 315 yards per game, 5 turnovers forced in the past 3 games. Miami was last night. But the game before that was the Chicago Bears. The game before that was the Los Angeles Rams. And so when you look at it from that standpoint, the level of competition that you're going against and the way you've shown up defensively over the last 3 weeks, that was where our hesitation came for the Baltimore Ravens. It was 2 things. Their defense and Derrick Henry holding on to the football because he had fumbleitis the first few weeks of the season. That's not what we've been talking about over the last few weeks. So now if we're sitting there going like this, okay, what if the Ravens defense has legitimately improved? What if what we've seen over the last 3 weeks is an indication of what we're going to see moving forward from them defensively? What if Derrick Henry is not fumbling the football? Now things change. Because if you're not fumbling the football and you're not giving it away, but you got takeaways, and your defense is respectable, not great, not elite, but respectable, then we get to go to Lamar Jackson. And when we go to Lamar Jackson and we're looking at him there, 136.7 passer rating, leads the entire National Football League. QBR, second only to Dak Prescott. 9.1 yards per pass attempts, second to Dak Prescott. 73% completions behind, May and obviously Goff, okay? 11.9 TD pass percentage. This guy right here, when you look at what he brings to the table, it comes down to Derrick Henry, who no one is going to say they don't believe in. Nobody's going to say they don't believe in Derrick Henry, all right? Now it's about your defense. Is it legit enough for us to say, yeah, you might not do what you did the last 3 weeks, but you're going to give up 400-plus yards a game of offense. You're going to give up over 30 points a game. If they don't do that, then they right in the mix.
I'll say this. The thing that I don't think I've ever been as public and this bold on this for the Baltimore Ravens, it's not Lamar. I would like to see the Baltimore Ravens supporting cast. This is everybody outside of 8. Give us a reason to say it was Lamar Jackson's fault, because it's going to be the defense. Last year was a drop pass. Lamar Jackson did his job. We know what Lamar Jackson is going to do. When you start to peel back the layers and seeing, like, what is the Baltimore Ravens and how do they really want to attack teams, it's going to come down to the supporting cast. And any great team, we've seen it in Tom Brady, we've seen it in Peyton Manning, we've seen it in Patrick Mahomes. The support cast plays their part so well that when we really need you to lock in and say, hey, bro, we need you, dog, I have no shadow of a doubt that Lamar Jackson will step up to that occasion. Now, the issue is when you do have a stint or a stretch of playing lower talented teams, it could be the good, and you have this it's a falsetto of realization. But this is what you understand most, Ryan Clark, is when you got a team that's bumping in the right direction, going into the playoffs and in the last stretch of the season, the Baltimore Ravens have an ability to say, hey, we can get Derrick Henry his confidence back. We can give our defense their swagger back off of the back of lesser talented teams, and that's what the NFL does not want to see.
Before I throw this to CRC, reminder, schedule.
Yes.
Cleveland, Minnesota next.
10 days to get
Check.
ready.
Cleveland.
Check.
Jets.
Check.
Bengals defense.
Check.
Steelers,
Check.
Whoa,
Bengals.
that check was fast.
Bengals. The
Listen.
next 6 games, easily, the Baltimore Ravens should be 4-2, could easily be 5-1.
They could be 6-0.
If not 6-0. So now you at 3-5. You're talking about them in all likelihood. Let's just bet they're gonna be 8-6 week 14.
The Baltimore Ravens will be in playoff contention. We just can't assume that they become a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
Because what we have to remember is, and I hate being the one to blame to bring this up because then people go, oh, there you go with that. What playoff game have we watched the Baltimore Ravens lose with Lamar Jackson where we've been able to absolve him of all accountability for that loss?
We have not had that.
We've not had that one time.
Not one
We have not had the best Lamar Jackson in a playoff loss. And so one or two things have to happen. Lamar Jackson has to be the greatest player of his era behind Patrick Mahomes in that moment, and we have to see him lift the rest of the team, or at some point when Lamar Jackson is imperfect, the supporting cast has to step up. Think about last year. There's the interception early, and then there's the fumble return that Von Miller brings into the red zone, right? Lamar Jackson, after that point, plays better than anybody on the field, including Josh Allen. And then we finished with the missed two-point conversion drop by Mark Andrews. But we couldn't sit there as much as we wanted to and say, even though Lamar played great, that it wasn't Lamar at all, because it was. And so I'm saying, if they go on this run, how confident are you that we get that guy in the playoffs? Because there is a resume of not seeing it.
And my point is, how confident are we in everybody else we looking at? Because even with Kansas City coming, okay, with Patrick Mahomes, we'll shove them aside. We don't know about Indy. I believe in Indy, but we don't know. I believe in Josh Allen, but we don't know about Buffalo. I believe in New England and Drake May, and it's impressive, but they coming, but are they there? The Broncos, we like Bo Nix. We love Sean Payton. We know that defense is elite, but you got to deal with KC. Okay, the Chargers are right, but you got to deal with Denver and KC. I'm just saying, for the last 3 years, we looked at Kansas City, Buffalo, Baltimore. Everybody knew. We don't know now. And Baltimore is right in that mix because we don't know. That puts them as a threat.
That's the winning side of the equation. Let's go to the other side of the equation, because while things might be looking up for the